And now just finishing with collecting the stones. As you see here, I will show you that we did lease this yesterday. And I didn't record because really this is all you'd be looking at is straight ahead field. It's taken a long time. It took a little bit of time to be able to lease the stone collector and have it up here. But we did get all of that done, so we won't have to do that again. And now finally, it's approaching 9:30 right now, and I'm hoping that we're able to seed the entire field too. I would really like that, but we'll have to see. Either way, let's put this up because we cannot fit through the gate without them being up, and I really don't want to fix a gate. I know we don't have any animals yet, but I don't really want to fix that gate before we get any animals. I guess this is just extra security in case an animal gets out or something. We'll be able to lock them in at least the general perimeter of the farm. But oh, what damage they could do if they got out and walked around here. Either way, let's treat our equipment well because that's why it still runs like this. We will get this washed up real fast. And like I said, I do want to get the cedar. And I'm going to have to do something with those stones because we threw them up in the front of the property. So kind of right by where we get out. And where we put the telehandler when we first got it. So that's where the stones are right now. It's because I'm hoping that Sam is going to be able to take them. I'm hoping that we're able to get them out today. But again, it's a wait and see process. I'm not really sure. I don't even know what he's doing with them up there. So kind of makes it hard to predict if he'll want more or not. But I'm really hoping he does. That would be a load off my shoulders. And then we can just move on with it. If not, the rocks are there. They're not hurting anything. However, I do like to keep kind of a clean place over here. So I do want to get them out of here. But anyway, let's get into this office over here. I am going to close that door because that annoys me. There we go. And I am going to call Sam because I want to see if we can get these stones. If so, we'll just use the telehandler. We'll get him up there like the last time. But if not, then I have to look for the BGA or something equivalent because they got to get out of here. Either way, let's give him a call.
Hello?
Sam, it's your neighbor, Herd.
Oh, hey, Herd. How's it going over there today?
Well, good so far. I just got out of the field. The reason I was calling is I actually have more stones from that field, and I was wondering if you could take a few more.
Sure. I'll take a few more. Well, you got a rock quarry over there?
Yeah, honestly not sure. We might. I cultivated the field after the oil seed came in and got even more stones, but I don't know. I wish I could farm these things.
Well, you are. For me. Yeah, bring them over whenever. Thanks a lot, Herd. I really appreciate it.
All right, well, no problem at all, Sam. And I appreciate you needing them because I really need to get rid of them. I don't know. I think I'm going to get into the field first. I'll plant some grass seed, and then I'll just take the telehandler over like last time.
Sounds like a plan. I'll talk to you then.
All right, so I really lucked out with Sam needing more rocks. That way we can get this job complete and all the rocks out of there. But right now, I am going to just move this stone collector out of the way. We're going to have to return it here. So I guess what I'm going to do is just leave it right over here. I'll just leave it right here. It's easy to get to when the time comes. And we can unhook it and leave it right here. And then you see the cedar in the garage. That is what we're going to hook up to. And then we are going to get out into the field. That way we can finally plant grass because we are running behind. And we are already here into June. So we're going to miss the first cutting, I think. And, well, I know we're going to miss the first cutting. We'll probably get 2 cuttings this year. and probably a third next year if we do everything correctly. But the hay business is very slow when you have no grass in the field, that's for sure. Alright, let me see if I can hook up to the seeder. It's already filled. Everything is good and ready to go. Just hop down here. PTO attached. And we are ready to go. Hopefully this isn't going to take all day. I don't think it's going to take all day. The seeder goes a little bit faster than the stone collector does, but either way, let's get into the field and let's finally plant some grass. Alright, now finishing up here in the field, we've got all of the grass seed planted, and it is a day to get this done. Let me just tell you that. We do have a little bit more to do. We do have to get those stones up to Sam's, so we will do that now after we get out of the field. But yeah, what a day out here. I'm looking at this field and I'm seeing a lot of hay bales. There is a lot of potential to grab some hay off this field. There's a lot of potential to grab some silage off this field. And in the UMRV, the workup of the farms are that most of them are beef. So I think if we can get into dairy, I think that we will zag when they zig, so to speak. Then I think that that will be at least beneficial to us from a financial standpoint. It's going to be a little bit harder because we're not going to have a lot of farmers to ask about dairy, but at the same time, if we just learn it as we go, I think, and you know, just go small. I mean, start slow and go small is the advice that I've always gotten. So I think that's what I will do. It's not like I'm going to get 60 head out here. I don't want that much responsibility right off the bat, but at the same time, if we get a couple cows, I think that would be beneficial to us, at least for the learning process of doing dairy. But I also know that we have a lot of equipment that we have to buy if we want to do dairy. We have a lot of things that we have to consider, and it's already June, so I'm not really sure where we stand with all that, but eventually I'm going to have to figure it out. The good news, however, is that we've got all of this grass seed now planted in this field, and now we will be able to get at least some money for, like I said, hay, silage, things of that nature, as well as being able to save up some for our own so that when we do get cows, we get a little bit of a head start, because that's going to be beneficial too. It's going to be hard to figure out if we want to keep the bales or if we want to sell the bales, especially since, let me get this lower, lifted up here, there we go. Especially if all of the money is going to be going out of our pockets when we are going to buy all this equipment. So it's going to be tough. I'm not really sure how we're going to manage all that yet. But as you can probably tell, I'm kind of going day by day here, trying to figure it out as I go along. Either way, I'm glad that that chore is done. We are going to park this up here in the garage. And then I'll get inside the house for a minute. I just want to grab a drink real quick. I'll call Sam. I'll let him know that we are headed up there with the stones. And I think, let me just lower this. You guys correctly told me that, you know, I do need to lower these things. It's not great for it. And you're right. So let's do that. All right. Now let's hop out of here. And like I said, I want to go get a drink, and then I'm going to call Sam. We'll get them stones up there. That way we can get that out of the way, and that's just one less thing that we have to do. Either way, I'm going to get inside here, and I'll pick it up when I come back out. All right, now just got off the phone with Sam, who is not home, but he told us that we are welcome to go up there and drop the stones off. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get in the telehandler here. Then we are going to pick up the stones, hopefully not hit anything, driving a very short distance to Sam's. And luckily he is very close to us. He's one of the few people that I know out here. The guy in the next field over, Platt. I call him Platt. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, he's over there doing field work. I said hi to him. And downtown, there's this guy, the guy that farms. Not really sure of his first name, but that's just what he goes by. I talked to him as well. So I'm starting to know a couple people around the UMRV, but not a great deal. Anyway, that's okay because we're going to be too busy to do much anyway other than farm. So let's get these stones picked up. Let's get them over to Sam's. Let's pick this up here. Try to get a really big load here. I was told to lift it a little bit higher than I was. There we go. We're going to turn. Now lower it a little bit. And yeah. I see what you mean. So we'll lift it just a little so that we can get some more weight on that back end. And the turns are always hard because I don't want to make 17 trips, so I just make a couple big ones and struggle with it. As you can see, I just don't want to hit my garbage cans. And now, fortunately, it is a straight shot to Sam's, which is really good because once you get this thing going straight, you're kind of set. And, the guy that was talking about Platt, he's over there on the right, just doing some soil testing, I believe, over there. So I just talked to him. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know too many people. The UMRV is filled with farmers, though. And if we're going to do dairy, I'm not really sure how many times I'm going to be able to interact with them. Not, like we don't talk at all, but if we're doing different operations, I'm not really sure how much there is to talk about farming anyways. Either way, I'm happy to get these stones out of our field, and I'm happy to get some grass at least growing there. Yes, we are late to the party because of these storms, but every farmer is on the same schedule as us, so we are growing it right from the start. We did plow the field, so I guess we're a little bit behind, but I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get 2 cuttings out of this still. It's June. That might be a little generous, but I do know that we'll be able to at least get 1 cut. Like I said, the decision of if I'm going to keep that for our cows next year or if I'm going to sell that so that we can help a little bit our wallet, because a lot of money is going to be headed out of our wallet, and I would like to replenish a little bit, especially without a job. The only thing we're making money on right now these days is farming and doing some deliveries down at the McGregor Farm store there. Justin's got us set up with a little bit of a schedule, but no offense to him, it's just farming's very expensive. It's not enough money to hold me over, so I do need to figure out something long term, because with all the equipment that we're going to have to buy to get into dairy, that's going to be a little bit of an adjustment. Let's just say that. Anyway, we're here at Sam's, and I'm not going to hit his post, because if I hit his post, it's not going to be good for me. It's going to give me extra work. It's going to be really embarrassing. I'm sure he won't even care. He's that kind of guy, but I will, and I will fix it. Either way, we didn't, so that's good news. Now, the last time we put it around the corner here, that's what we're going to do this time. We're just going to put it in the same pile. Still hasn't really told me what he's doing with all of this. Not that it really matters to me, but just kind of curious. And there's the pile straight ahead. Now, we were fine the whole way because of the straightaway. Now that we want to dump these, we're going to go all over the place with this thing. Now it's starting to rain, as you can hear. There we go. And now this thing will get a lot easier to drive, that's for sure. There we go. Just fix that. Alright, now we've only got a couple more loads to do. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. And then we will have all of those stones collected and out of here, which is great news. I don't know where I'm going in here. There we go, that's an easy out. And now that it's picking up raining again, I'm happy that we got that done just in time. And I'm hoping that it grows, because that's what we need to have happen. Anyway, we got a few more loads here, but this is where I'm going to end this one. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.